Wisconsin is by far the drunkest state in the USA. We went to figure out why.
15 years old, people were saying like, you want a beer? Like that's how I host you in my house.
We're gonna elevate that.
Oh. Yeah.
We're hammered.
Oh, and kids can drink, so.
Alcohol is a problem.
Are you consuming any tonight, ma'am?
Yes.
According to a study released this spring from intoxistates.com, 8 of the American counties that drink the most are all in Wisconsin. Studies routinely find that Wisconsinites are more likely to binge drink than people in any other state. Its cities have the highest rates of DUIs and alcohol-related fatalities. Its baseball team is literally named after beer brewers. And in Wisconsin, kids are allowed to drink with the guardian's permission. At the end of this video, we will share our takeaways and give our unbiased answer on why we think Wisconsin is the drunkest state in the country. Our goal with these videos is to truly understand America without bias or partisanship and to share perspectives that big news won't. We are visiting all the swing states before November. Subscribe to see more of our coverage and what America looks like heading into the election. We started our investigation in the drunkest city in America, Appleton. And what better way to understand than to grab a few drinks ourselves? Drunkest city on a Friday night?
Let's go, baby.
What could go wrong? Cheers. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a milkshake.
This bar is awesome.
Appleton is like lit.
We're asking people around here on why it's the drunkest city.
There ain't else to do here but go to the bar and meet up with people. Like for real, no one else goes anywhere else. You 20 to 40 years old. You ask your friends what they're doing, you meet up at a bar. You go out for a drink. You go over to a friend's house. First thing they offer you is, can I get you a beer?
Really?
You would go to someone's house like, can I get you a water? Can I get you something to drink? No. What makes you comfortable is, can I get you a beer? Yeah, ever since I was like way too young to drink even. Like, I was 15 years old, people were saying like, you want a beer? Like that's how I offer you, like host you in my house. I wouldn't necessarily like drunk. Isn't necessarily a culture here. I would not say that. Nobody would. Because it really isn't. Having a beer is.
I love that. When do people start drinking here?
I mean like 21, but like.
Come on.
But like realistically, like average, probably sophomores of high school. Not too young that you're like sitting there like, oh my god, I'm surprised you're drinking.
Right.
The issue is the amount they're drinking.
What about spotted cow?
So spotted cows to me is a delicacy. You can't get that nowhere else.
ZYNS been accepted in this town? Are ZYNS a thing?
Bro, too much. Bro, I got one in right now.
I was gonna say, do you know what Appleton's claim to fame is?
Claim to fame. Appleton claim to fame. No.
Appleton is the drunkest city in America.
You knew that?
They won that in the newspaper like 4 years ago.
And again, why do you think that is?
Because we're heavyweight kings and we decided to try alcohol to see which one's the best to drink. And like, we just like to drink a lot because there's nothing else to do in winter because it gets really cold.
What's your favorite drink? What do you like to drink?
I like New Amsterdam, I like Patron, I like Remy, I like Hennessy.
A man of fine taste.
How many drinks have you had tonight?
To be honest?
Yeah.
Like completely honest?
Yeah.
Probably like 4.
There we go, respectable.
Yeah.
I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm calling bullshit.
That's a bust down. That's a bust down.
He's gonna give us a tour of the
All right, let's go.
Yo, it's Freaknik Friday.
Let's go. All right. Y'all know Appleton's the drunkest city in the country?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that?
I did know that it had the highest rate of OWIs.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not know that. Congratulations.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let's go. All right, Drew is just chatting it up with a Appleton cop for a while.
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
So some really good information. One, Wisconsin is the only state in the entire country where a DUI on your first offense is not criminal.
Did you just realize the most common answers we've gotten, we've asked so many people now, why does Appleton drink so much? And the most common ones are, there's nothing to do, it's cold. But the real one, I think, is they just love drinking.
Yeah.
They just love beer.
There is the drinking culture is baked into it.
It's baked into it.
Hey, why is Appleton such a drunk city?
They eat tortured cow, and alcohol is a problem.
Alcohol is a problem.
Alcohol is a
Have you
problem.
consumed any tonight, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been thinking.
Dude, you're looking good. Dude, this guy was ready for a camera.
He really is.
Let's go! Let's go, Appleton! Let's go, baby!
Fuck you!
What's up,
Circus!
It's pretty good!
Afro circus! Afro circus!
Appleton has just 75,000 people, but nightlife that would fit a city far bigger. Once you wrapped up there, we headed south toward Milwaukee. Milwaukee was once arguably the beer capital of America, home to some of the country's biggest brewers like Miller and Schlitz. Today, Miller is owned by the conglomerate Molson Coors, while Schlitz, nicknamed the beer that made Milwaukee famous, is no more. Yet the city's drinking culture remains, as evident at the Milwaukee Irish Fest, which we attended.
So we worked at the Jameson Premium tent for the first time.
Nice.
Oh, look it.
You got your...
You get a sticker.
Let's
I was
go.
wondering, I saw Kevin's, I was wondering, the nice name
You get-
tag.
You get a sticker.
So
I can hook you up.
The most common quote we've heard today is "I'm drunk," and that is like a very Wisconsin trait, you know.
But we're gonna elevate that.
Yeah.
We're hammered.
Not as hammered as we should. Well,
Why does Milwaukee drink so much? Why does Wisconsin drink so much?
Okay, culture. Grew up in Boston, and I applied to Marquette, and I came here. That's when I found out that Madison and Marquette were like the number 1 and 2 drinking schools in like America.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
America.
no wonder why it took me 7 years to graduate.
Everywhere in Wisconsin, you'll see real down-home neighborhood bars, many serving Spotted Cow, the local specialty beer. These collectively form one of the state's most powerful political lobbies, the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Many people say the league is responsible for Wisconsin's lax drinking laws and the state's continued ban on cannabis, despite it being relatively liberal otherwise.
And kids can drink, so.
Is that a law?
With supervision.
It's under 18. If your parent allows, you can drink. Obviously, 18 to 20 you can't because you're then considered an adult.
Oh wow, that's like a dead zone.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So no one drinks from 18 to 20.
18 to 20, you can't go out and drink with your parents. But if you're under 18,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know the law.
But like what Jeremy was saying, I think in the hardcore winters when there's nothing else going on, people go to the bar, they socialize. You think of the barbershop back in the day. That's where everybody talked.
Another question: why is weed not legal in Wisconsin? Given that it's kind of a center, I mean, swing state this election, but it's pretty like left-leaning. And
So the rumors were because our Tavern League, we have a lot of bars. Our Tavern League is very big. Actually, the president of the Tavern League came in here, I think, a few months ago, and I asked him. I was like, so is it you guys that are actually pushing against the legalization of weed? And he's like, absolutely not. I'm like, because I think it kind of be a good thing to have both. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know where that's coming from.
You believe him?
I think just how he reacted, it was very fast. Like if you look at other states that have done it, it didn't kill the bar industry. It actually made it a lot different, but better.
why is beer so popular in Wisconsin?
Well, the beer, I think, goes back to the German heritage. Big breweries from years ago in Milwaukee were German heritage based. And then being more of a conservative state, beer is cheaper than liquor. I think that helped make it go. Well, as the gentlemen are finding out, all the little microbreweries and things, everybody's got the opportunity to work on that. I know the state just changed some rules that theoretically should make it easier for small breweries to exist.
And they talk about people drinking a lot here. Who can drink more? Your average Tennessee person or Wisconsin?
It depends on what day it is, I reckon.
My own uncle just got out of prison for like his 6th or 7th DUI. It's definitely a sickness for a lot of people, you know, especially in like those smaller towns. Once it's like negative whatever outside, you can either go ride your snowmobile or you can sit inside and drink. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that do both.
Now, while most people say Wisconsinites drink so much because it's cold and there's nothing to do, there's a lot of places that are cold and that have nothing to do that drink a lot less. Historians and sociologists say Wisconsin drinks so much because of its heritage. It was founded by Germans, Belgians, and other hard-drinking Europeans, and then the Irish came. In the melting pot of Wisconsin, these immigrants worked as loggers, a hard-drinking profession, and later in factories where drinking was also part of the culture. Today, Wisconsin is a state where people still go out to bars to meet each other and sit down face-to-face to talk over a beer. That's changing Wisconsin just as it is everywhere else.
When I was young, I had a wife. Where'd I meet her? In a bar. I got a friend, he's 85. Oh, where'd you meet your wife? In a bar. You don't have the bands anymore, and young people don't dance anymore.
Yet there's no doubt that Wisconsin remains a drunk and very special state.